Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the very first Pigskin Project mock draft. Ben, you have been waiting so long for this. So long for this. Are you ready to get started?
I'm so ready. I do mock drafts on during the week, every single week for like the last like 6 or 7 weeks. Like I'm
Well,
happy to get this ready and rolling.
oh yeah, no, me too. I will 1,000% just say, um, if my picks aren't what you would expect, please just give me some time to just develop some more draft knowledge because I promise you it will get there eventually. But I am going off of Pro Football Focus's draft board and everything, looking at the average draft position and everything, and hoping to God that I don't mess this up. But the way that it's going to work is Ben's going to pick and then I'm going to pick and so on. We're just going to swap back and forth. That way there's some form of competitiveness. And then also Ben's also going to pick for his Eagles and I'm going to pick for my Bears. Now we are just doing the first 2 rounds. But with that, I'd like to open it up and send the Jacksonville Jaguars onto the clock. Now, Ben, who are you picking first overall?
All right, so Jags need an offensive line. They need to protect their investment. Most people say Evan Neal. Evan Neal's the safe pick, but I'm not about safe when it comes to draft. Coming to my draft philosophy, I want an upside. I'm picking Akeem Aquanu, offensive tackle out of NC State.
All right. So that leaves the Lions at number 2.
This is the easiest pick in the world you could probably make right here. I'm sorry if you don't pick this one player, you're wrong.
I think that they could really upgrade their defense here with Aiden Hutchinson being available at number 2. So I'm assuming that's who you're telling me to pick.
Oh yeah, again.
So yeah,
like,
Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah, they need the edge, and you keep the Michigan boy home.
Absolutely. So Ben, who are you picking at number 3?
See, this is where it gets tricky because they could use both. They could use both offensive line and edge. Again, I'm about upside. I think you could see Evan Neal here, but I'm doing Kayvon Thibodeau.
That's what I was actually going to say as well, too. It's crazy.
Yeah.
For the Jets, they do need a wide receiver, but we're not going to see that for very much longer. Their next pick is number 10, so we could probably see that come up at that time. Their needs as listed by Pro Football Focus also includes linebacker and defensive back. So because defensive back is available, I think I'm going to pick Derek Stingley Jr. at number 4.
All right. I see. I really would have liked to see an Evan Neal come off the board there. I think the more you dig into it, the more you're going to realize how much offensive line help they actually need. Mm-hmm. But we're going to put the fault to Evan Neal. Evan Neal is going to be here at number 5 for the Giants. I mean, you can't. That's just how it's going to be. So, offensive line.
So, during the podcast, if you haven't listened to it, episode 6 just this week came out with this episode. We did talk about the Panthers potentially looking at a quarterback. And so Sam Howell is a good spot here. Malik Willis, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of different options that they could go here, but I don't think that they're going to go quarterback. They have plenty of different options for, their offensive line as well. So I think Charles Cross is going to come up at number 5 or number 6. Sorry.
Number 6. I'm for that. Big fan of Charles Cross. His problem is how big is he actually going to be? He's listed around 300 pounds. Nobody actually believes he's 300 pounds. He's probably people are concerned that he might even come in at 260 pounds. You can't be a 260 pound tackle in the NFL. That's his concern, but he can be good. I think the Giants fix one very important thing here, and I think they need to focus on offensive line. Giants fans don't like this, but I'm going with the best interior offensive line, and I'm going with center out of Iowa, Tyler Linderbaum.
All right, so that moves my pick to the Falcons. which needs, according to Pro Football Focus, wide receiver, guard, center, defensive line, and corner. Okay, so there's a lot of options again that I could go here. Oh man, see, there's okay. With this pick, I'm just gonna go ahead and say Drake London here, and at number 8.
We'll take that. Drake London is my favorite wide receiver in the class. I was a Drake London fan even going into the year. So I'm a big fan of the Drake London pick. I love me some Drake London. I think you could see a quarterback go off the board here at number 9 here with the Broncos. I'm gonna predict that they get somebody in the offseason at quarterback. So this is where it gets interesting because this is where you usually see quarterback go off the board. I want to go edge here. I don't know if I want to go edge here. I'm gonna stop putting the fall on Kyle Hamilton. He's my favorite player in the draft. You won't see people drafting Kyle Hamilton here at 3. I'm gonna do it. He's my favorite player. You just got to put a stop to this fall. Kyle Hamilton to the Broncos here.
Wow. Okay. So we said the Jets could be looking at wide receiver at this point in the draft. I obviously took that off the board for them. So I think oh man, I mean, really what they could need, what did I pick? I picked
you picked Derek Stingley. Yeah, realistically, I would say edge or offensive line.
Really? Okay, because I was looking at Garrett Wilson out of Ohio State.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't think wide receivers are going to go as quick in this year's draft. That's just me.
I'll tell you what. I'm going to go with oh man. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm going Garrett Wilson here. That makes sense. So yeah, there's that one. For Washington as your next pick, who you got?
The Commanders, which is still getting kind of weird
still getting used to it.
Yeah, it's just I'm gonna say the first quarterback goes off the board here. Again, if you listen to the last episode, I'm a big fan of Carson Strong, Matt Corral. But I think they're a QB away. I think the roster is a very underrated roster. I think they are a QB away from being real playoff contenders. I'm gonna take Kenny Pickett because he's he's pro ready. They don't need this crazy set potential quarterback. They just need somebody that can come in and run their offense efficiently, and Kenny Pickett will do it.
For the Vikings, so this pick is, I mean, pretty terrifying for me just because I think that he's fallen farther than he should have. But George Karlaftis is going to Minnesota. So you've got Cleveland up next. What'd you got?
Yes, Cleveland. I wanted to go wide receiver here, but there's nobody that really stands. I wanted Drake London. I wanted Garrett Wilson. I really, really wanted Treylon Burks there at the Eagles pick. It's just something that's not gonna happen. Yeah, I guess we'll do Treylon Burks here at 13. I don't think they're gonna have this pick. I think Deshaun Watson is gonna be a Brown, but for the time being, Treylon Burks, wide receiver out of Arkansas.
Wow. Okay, so I'm gonna go Ahmad Gardner for the Baltimore Ravens here, out of Cincinnati.
Sauce Gardner is. I love Sauce. Sauce is my CB1. I think he probably will end up going CB1. I think people are going to sour on Derek Stingley, as they should.
Before you continue, I just want to note, so the next two picks, we're at pick 15. The next 2 picks are Eagles. So Ben's going to get the next 2, and then we're just going to continue on from the order from there. So, for example, for pick 17, after, the Eagles' second pick, I'll be picking that, and then Ben will pick the Saints and then the Eagles, and then we'll, like I said, go back and forth. So, Ben, for the next 2 picks, your Eagles, who you got?
I'm surprised David Ajabo is still on the board here. We need edge. I'm going to take David Ajabo. Realistically, I think he doesn't get past pick 14 with the Ravens because he played for Michigan. Michigan's defensive coordinator this past year was Mike McDonald, who went to be the defensive coordinator there at the Ravens. The Ravens also need defensive end. So I think David Ajabo is probably the pick there. And also their current defensive end that they already have, Adafe Owe, played high school football with David Ajabo as well.
Okay.
So I think there are just too many things that are connecting the 2 players or the player to the organization. But I mean, if he makes it to 15, I'm extremely happy.
Okay. 16, who you got?
Let's see what cornerbacks are on the board. If there's anybody I really like here. I like Woolen, but I think Woolen will make it to the second round. We're going to continue the theme here with defense, and we are going to draft a linebacker in the first round for the first time in 52 years.
Who you going there?
We are going Devin Lloyd.
All right.
Linebacker out of Utah.
All right. For the Chargers, they need wide receiver. Let's see. They need a corner. Let's see. I think Jameson Williams is going here. Just because I think Mike Williams is going to be leaving, and that's going to open up a hole. So Jameson Williams is going to go at 17. So Ben, you've got pick 18 with the Saints. Who you got? I think there's a clear choice here, but
see, I was looking at it. I was looking at another wide receiver.
Wow. Okay.
That was my first thought process, and honestly, at that, the last pick, I'm a big fan of one of the bigger wide receivers in Drake London or Treylon Burks, but both of them are off the board, sadly. They're probably going to have to cut an offensive tackle and Teron Armstead because they don't have money. They're
so screwed.
Yeah, they're screwed there. Part of me wants to go QB, but in the situation, we're going to imagine Jameson Williams stays. So we are going to give them wanted to give him a wide receiver. That's a shame. I think that Marcus Williams, their stud safety, is going to leave in free agency because, like I said, they don't have any cap. So we're going to get them another safety in Jaquan Brisker. I think Jaquan Brisker is overshadowed by Kyle Hamilton. Again, Kyle Hamilton's the best player in the draft, in my opinion. But I think Jaquan Brisker is a very, very solid safety.
All right. And then your Eagles.
I'm
very, very lucky, by the way.
Yeah. I'm thinking about double dipping down here. This is a shame. I'm thinking about double dipping here at edge. I don't want that. We're gonna go with Andrew Booth. Give me Andrew Booth, please.
Okay. All right, for the Steelers, we're gonna stop the drop and we're gonna collect Sam Howell off the board. So now you're on with the Patriots.
Patriots could use. See, again, this is. I really would have liked to see a wide receiver go here, but it's not really an option. Yeah, I'm trying to get caught up, trying to fill in all these different picks here.
You need me to help you fill in?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay.
It's a shame because Jordan Davis isn't coming off the cornerbacks. Are still left here on the board. I don't like any of these cornerbacks either. We'll go with Roger McCreary out of Auburn, cornerback.
All right. With the 22nd pick, the Raiders need wide receiver, linebacker, corners, and Trent McDuffie is going to be the guy for the Raiders. So, corner out of Washington.
For those who don't know him, he projects really well as kind of a Denzel Ward light. We're gonna put that. We're gonna. I don't know how Jermaine Johnson is still on the board here. Jermaine Johnson's one of my favorite players in the draft. The fact that he's still on the board here at 23 shocks me. So Jermaine Johnson
for the Cardinals. Okay.
Yes, they need edge help. Chandler Jones is a free agent. JJ is not who he used to be. Give me Jermaine Johnson.
All right, and then for the Cowboys, they need offensive line. So, but they also need. It says OL. They need offensive line apparently.
That's
but
interior offensive line. They
can
use interior offensive line, but not tackle. Don't give them a tackle.
Yeah, no. I was thinking Kenyon Green from Texas A&M.
I like Kenyon Green.
So yeah, that's who I'm going with, and pick number 24.
He's interesting because he can play everywhere on the offensive line. Besides center, he could play everywhere.
I like the way this is going though. So like, don't mess this up because this looks very good for Bears fans at least.
For Bears fans at least, yeah. See all these picks that I could see tackles going off the board at your picks. That being said, the Buffalo Bills at 25. I'm the Bills, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to be sure. I wanted to make sure I was still in the right place. They need edge. I'm a big fan of Trayvon Walker. This edge class is very saturated. There's very good edge talent across the entire board here.
So who are you going with again? I'm sorry.
Trayvon Walker, Georgia.
Okay, that's who I thought. Sorry, I got a text, so it kind of dinged in my ear. So anyway, all right. So for the Titans, they need a tight end, a guard, a center, and edge. We're not necessarily seeing. This is one of those spots I think that they could trade.
I would see a trade here, but I could definitely see that happening. But
I'm not too familiar with that.
That if Nakobe Dean is still on the board here, they'd be running to the podium for Nakobe Dean.
Well, then that's who we're taking then, because he's fallen 10 spots from his projected. So that's the move here. So you're Buccaneers then. Don't do it.
I know what you want to happen. There's a couple of players I think you have in mind for the Bears. I'm gonna take one of them off the board here. I think Trevor Penning is gonna go higher than what people think. I'm surprised Trevor Penning is still on the board here. I like Trevor Penning. They really have a good offensive line, so even if Trevor Penning needs to sit here and wait for a year and then go in, I think Trevor Penning would be, if he's still there, they would be very happy about that one.
I really, really hate the fact that I'm at pick 28 with the Packers because I don't want the best for them. But being unbiased here, I do think, because we're going off of your logic that Denver gets a new quarterback, and that new quarterback to me is Aaron Rodgers. I don't know if that happens before the draft. I don't know if that happens, I don't know if he retires or what, but at the end of the day, I think the Packers are going to need a quarterback because Jordan Love is not going to be that option for them. With that, I don't know if any of these are actually going to be good for the Packers, but I can definitely see, how do you pronounce it? It's a quarterback from Mississippi, Matt Corral? Yeah, Corral. That's who's going to Green Bay.
All right, we'll take it.
I hope that it doesn't pan out, but whatever.
That's a shame because I love Matt Crowley. So much fun to watch.
I know. I knew you would like that pick, but
Well, see, I'm not a big proponent of the Packers going quarterback. I think you drafted Jordan Love here 2 years ago, right around this spot, anyways. So give him time to be the guy in the offense, and you can't judge somebody for 2 games. So I think they need to, if they trade Aaron Rodgers, I've always been a big proponent of just kind of let him do his own thing.
Yeah. I'm telling you right now, I'm looking at the draft board right now, and if it doesn't pan out within the next couple days or a couple picks, I know for a fact what's going to happen probably.
At 37, David Bell's coming off the board if he's still there. I'm just don't want to get your hopes up.
Oh, anyway, continue.
I knew exactly where you're going. I would have liked to see Trevor Penning here at 29 for the Dolphins because they need offensive line help. With that said, I think I'm going to do some Zion Johnson guard out of Boston College. I don't think he gets this far either.
All right. For the Chiefs, I'm not entirely sure what to do with this pick. I don't know how to pronounce his name either, but this is the one that I'm going to go. It's a corner out of Florida. Very weird.
Elam.
Yep, that's how I thought I was going to pronounce it. But yeah, that's his going. Kaiir Elam. Then Kaiir Elam. Sorry. Well,
yes.
All right. For the Bengals, their needs, the number one need on Pro Football Focus. Can you guess?
It's offensive line.
Oh, yeah, that's the only thing that pops up.
There's a tackle here I really like. I'm a fan of Daniel Flele. I said that on a couple pods ago. But he's a project offensive tackle. He can't come in right away and start. I also would have liked to see Zion Johnson go there, but that's just not how it happened, and that's a shame. I'm picking the most.
Ooh. Okay. Ooh. Okay. All right. I like this.
I wanted to stick away from Daniel Flele here because, again, he's more of a project offensive tackle, but there's really nobody that I like that could step in right away. So we're going to swing for the fences here with the upside. We're doing Daniel Flele.
All right. For the Lions, this is the one I was.
Both the Lions picks. That's a shame.
Yeah. See, the thing is, what I was talking about wasn't the David Bell pick. What I was talking about is the whole Chris Olave fantasy that Bears fans are going for that I did talk about in the podcast too. Chris Olave is going to Detroit, and I hate that because I want to root for him, but I just can't if he's going to be a Lion. That's just and the thing is that I think the Lions are going to be a dark horse team for the future. So it's a shame, but yeah, he's going to be a Lion.
Wow, I'm surprised. I was really hoping you were going to go quarterback there with Malik Willis. I really would have.
It's coming. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Jacksonville's not picking it, so yeah.
Yeah, no, Jacksonville's not. You said Chris Olave there?
Yeah. The number 32 to Detroit.
Yes, I just wanted to make sure.
I love Chris Olave too, man. I love it.
I have my thoughts on Chris Olave. Again, we have draft talks coming up. I could talk draft all day. I would have liked, you know what? We're going to do it.
What?
We're going to stick with the wide receiver theme here. I'm really, really tempted to go David Bell because I think he's all around. Between him and Jahan Dotson, because Jahan Dotson, for those who don't know him, he's very twitchy, quick, athletic, fast. But we're just going to go with who I think projects as a more safer option. We're going to go with David Bell here at 33 for the Jaguars.
Heartbreaker for Chicago.
Yes, it is.
But anyway, so for the Lions, right? I could go Malik Willis here, but I'm going to shock you, and I'm going to pick Desmond Ridder for Detroit.
I want to roll my eyes there. I'm not a fan of Desmond Ridder at all. I don't think Desmond Ridder stinks.
So for Houston, they need literally everything.
Yeah. Houston needs everything, but this is the Jets pick. Is it?
No, this is pick 35 for Houston. The Jets are up next. I get back-to-back Jets picks basically.
Hold on. Maybe this is out of order, but the Jets.
Houston has 35 according to Pro Football Focus.
Yeah, on my screen it's saying yeah, no, we have the Jets on 35.
Okay.
The Jets. I don't know why why it says it.
What does it say Jets, for Houston for the next pick then?
Houston has 37. Houston owns 37.
Well, I have New York, the Giants at 37.
So they must have switched them because it's Jets at 35, Giants at 36, Texans at 37.
All right, we'll draft it like that then. So
I don't know why that's what. Yeah, no, the Jets do have 35. Right. I don't know why your board fell like that.
That's all right. Don't worry about it. So the Jets.
I really would have liked to see an offensive line here. And this is a shame. Because that's what they need. They really, really badly, desperately need offensive line. But again, there's nobody really here that's standing off the board for me. And their GM really likes to address both lines, offensive and defensive. So I guess we're gonna go edge here. We are going to do who I think is a big riser. You will not see this. We're gonna go Boye Mafe out of Minnesota. You won't see that, but I think he improved his draft stock exponentially at the Senior Bowl. He was bullying people. And this is going to be early. You're not going to see anybody. I doubt you even see Boye Mafe go in the late second round, let alone third round. This is really, really early for Boye Mafe. But I think when you look over tape, I think he's way better than people are going to give him credit for.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. So for 36, I have the Giants then, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, okay, who did they pick? What the Bears pick? Okay, so they have a tackle. They all right. So they got offensive line earlier on.
Oh yeah.
So we're looking at we're okay. We're looking at Jalen Petrie. Did I pronounce that right?
Yes, Jalen Petrie.
That's who I'm going with. That's
surprising. Go Daxton Hill here. And I think Daxton Hill is gonna fall unless he goes to the Cowboys. He fits perfectly with the Cowboys, but outside of that, I think he's gonna fall a little bit. Again, you could do everything here for the Texans. No pick is a bad pick. I'm gonna stick with the same route you're going with. I'm gonna go with safety. I really like Lewis Sign. He's a hard hitter. He's a bad man. Lewis Sign. People mispronounce his name. But safety out of Georgia.
Wait, I'm trying to find it. Hold on one second. Sorry. PFF must be messed up, man, because I'm trying to find it. What's the position again? I'm sorry.
He's a safety. Lewis Sign.
Oh, I see it. All right, cool. All right. And then I have the Jets, right? At 38 after a trade with Carolina. All right. So I'm trying to think. All right, so who did they since my thing's all messed up, I'm trying to catch up. I'm doing the draft network now, but I'm trying to catch up as far as picks. Who did the Jets get in the second round?
I think I had them pick Boye Mafe, edge out of Minnesota.
Okay. So for this, oh man,
Again, offensive line is such a big need for them, but there's nobody that is like sticking off the list here.
I'm going with Jahan. Wait, is it Jahan Dotson?
Jahan Dotson, yes.
Yeah. All right. Cool. For the Bears, I'm looking at two different people, right? Those two people, somehow Jordan Davis fell. That's cool. I like Jordan Davis. I like the story and everything that, we kind of created for him. Ben, do you want to catch them up on that while I try and figure out the draft network? That way I can catch up with your order.
For people that don't know, Ryan loves Jordan Davis. That's the story. Ryan really likes Jordan Davis. Chances of Jordan Davis actually, the chances of Jordan Davis actually being here at 39 is highly unlikely. We really have not prioritized defensive tackle right now. But he's just a mountain of man. He's huge. He'll take up two gaps. He's a good gap filler, and I think there's some pass rushing upside there that people don't really see. He's not going to be here at 39. It's just like,
there's no way.
Not going to happen.
All right. I'm still trying to catch us up, but it's all right because, okay, now let me look. Let's see. Okay. Because I think, all right, the Bears have selections in round 2, 3, 5, and 6. So there's an option at wide receiver that I think could potentially fall to the 3rd round if they're lucky. And that's George Pickens.
He's not getting there.
All right. It's either my pick's either George Pickens or Justin Ross. And honestly,
Justin Ross early.
I definitely want George Pickens at some point, and I think they're going to make it a statement to protect Justin Fields. I think I think we talked about it as far as, having 4 legitimate options, one being Darnell Mooney for Justin Fields, but the other one being, 2 free agents and then 1 rookie, right? Well, that rookie will be George Pickens. And whether it happens in the 2nd round, whether it happens in the 3rd, it will be George Pickens. I don't see him falling either, but now that I think about it, I don't see him falling too much, but
I think Pickens he might be there in the 3rd round, but I'd be a little shocked if he was there. Yeah. I think it was smart for you to get, if that's your guy.
It'd be cool to have him as their 4th option.
Yeah.
If we can get this third or fourth.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. This isn't a need, but I'm done with this slander on Jordan Davis's names. So Jordan Davis is going here. I just can't see him fall anymore. I'm done with this.
Oh man, yeah. And I can see that too, actually, because of the latest release for Atlanta as well.
Atlanta.
Yeah. What was number 43?
That's the Broncos, buddy.
I have the Broncos at 41. Hold on just a second. Let me catch us up.
Your simulator is so messed up.
Okay. Give me just a second. We're going to pause the recording here for those listening, and I'm going to fill us in and then come back. Hold on 1 second. Wow, that took a lot longer than it probably felt on the podcast. But anyway, all right. So now we're with the Seahawks, and I am picking for them. They need offensive tackle, edge, blah, blah, blah. Oh, boy. Let's just go with Cameron Thomas for the edge right here.
All right. We'll take that.
And then the Commanders.
Commanders. You said Cameron Thomas, right?
Yeah, Cameron Thomas for the Seahawks. Edge rusher out of San Diego State.
Yeah. One of my favorite players in this draft, Tyreek Woolen. He's for anybody who followed the draft last year, he's a lot like a Fate Malvanu. He's a height, weight, speed guy. He's tall, he's fast, and he is decent size. So he has all the tangibles, I guess. So
All right. So with the Falcons, they need, let's see, tackle, edge, safety. Yeah. Yep. Okay. So that leaves Daxton Hill from Michigan. That's who's going to be going to the Falcons. Your pick with the Browns?
they need help all along or all along the defensive line. So we're gonna do.
You'll have to excuse us too. It's pretty late, but anyway.
Yeah, it's midnight my time. We're gonna do defensive tackle, DeMarvin Leal.
All right. The Ravens will be going with Devontae Wyatt out of Georgia. Interior
defensive tackles are flying off the board here.
All right, for the Vikings,
I am very surprised that linebacker is not higher up on their needs, because they're gonna lose Anthony Barr free agency this year. So we're gonna replace their linebacker, but we're gonna do Brian Asamoah. He really helped his stock at the Senior Bowl as well.
All right. So for the Colts, I can actually see them. I mean, they need wide receivers, in my opinion. Logan Hall is a choice here. John Mechie, I think, is an option here, and I think that's who they're going to go with, because I don't see John Mechie falling too much farther. So for the Chargers,
I wish there was an edge that I was willing to take here.
Yeah, see, that's how I felt.
At the beginning of the year, Kingsley Nagbari was kind of hot, but he's fallen a little bit. People really liked him. The urge for me to go with wide. Oh, we already went wide receiver here, didn't we? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll get him an edge. We'll get him Kingsley and Nagbari.
All right.
At Jetta, South Carolina.
So for New Orleans, let's see. They do need a quarterback, and I think Malik Willis is going to be the guy.
No, stop it. Jameson is re-signing there. I would have took a quarterback in.
Jameson is not. Come on, man.
I'm willing to bet you he is.
Malik Willis. Give me Malik Willis. For the Dolphins, for you.
Let me find Malik Willis real quick. There's. All right, we gotta help address that offensive line already got help, didn't they?
Yeah, the interior.
Yeah, I'd really like to see him play around with like a high-end quality linebacker, because they haven't had that in a long time. We can get him Christian Harris.
Okay. And then, okay. Yep. So you again for your Eagles?
Safeties really flew off the board here. Did we already get him a wide receiver? I guess we didn't. No, we didn't. We're going to get myself one of my favorite prospects in this draft, and we are going to get Christian Watkins.
All right. So now for the Steelers, I'm going to get them Nicholas. How do you pronounce that last name, man? You know.
Petit Frere, but
yeah.
Just call him Nicky P.
Nicky P, then. Yeah.
Man, you should know how to say his name. He's from Ohio State.
You know what? Hey, I didn't watch that many games this year, I'll be honest. I got busy with, everything else going on. It's all right, though. Okay. Still a big fan. Might not know all the offensive linemen. Okay.
I know. I'm only giving you trouble. We can get him Perrion Winfrey. He's a very unique story, but we'll get into that another day.
Perrion Winfrey going to the Raiders.
defensive tackle out of Oklahoma.
And then let's see. New England is my next pick. So let's see, there's not a lot of options for them. Let's see here. I think for them, this is also another one of those teams that I could see potentially using that pick to trade up in the first round, like we noted earlier. But let's see here. I don't know, Ben. I'm gonna hand it off to you, man. What do you think New England's gonna do with pick 54?
I really would have liked to see a wide receiver go here. One of my close friends is really high on Wan'Dale Robinson. I'm not too big of a fan on him, but he seems to really love him. So we'll get Mac Jones some help here with Wan'Dale Robinson.
All right, sounds good. So I'll take the Cardinals then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna give them Brian Robinson Jr. out of Alabama for the running back spot.
Oh wow! Wow.
Yep.
He's your first running back off the board.
Tis.
That will change. I promise you. The more you dig into that, that Kenneth Walker is very, very good.
Oh my gosh. I completely forgot about him. Oh my gosh, that guy is so good too. Yeah, well, there's always next week's mock draft. So sorry, Arizona fans, but you're getting Brian Robinson.
We'll get him help here at the edge because Randy Gregory's going. So the Cowboys are selecting edge Logan Hall out of Houston.
All right. So with Buffalo's pick, let's see here. I'm gonna go with Kyler Gordon out of Washington at corner.
For the Bills?
Yep. And then for the Falcons,
they continuously need help to protect their old dirt man quarterback. We're gonna get him Bernard Raymond, offensive tackle out of Central Michigan.
Oh man, again with the Packers pick. Oh man, I really don't want to give them an edge rusher, but I'm going to give them, I think this is how you pronounce it, Josh Pascal.
Pascal,
yeah, from Kentucky.
Yes.
I will get familiar with these names. I'm sorry. Anyway, we're moving into the last 5 picks here.
This is such a hard team to pick for because they have very solid. The Buccaneers at 60. It's just a solid roster. It's kind of a hard pick to make. They don't need help along the edge. And that's where my mind is going to because there's some really good edges still left here on the board.
I'm no college expert, right? But I do think Rob Gronkowski's leaving, so I would add in tight end as more of a priority.
I agree. Now that you say that, I'm gonna have Trey McBride offensive or tight end out of Colorado State. The fact that the Draft Network has Isaiah Likely in front of Trey McBride is terrible. Trey McBride is by far the consensus #1 tight end in this draft.
I'm gonna make it really quick for these 49ers, and I'm gonna give them Sean Ryan out of UCLA. Interior offensive line.
And he's one of those guys. He's a bit of a tweener. He can play in a couple different spots there.
All right. So for the Chiefs,
we're fighting between a few different edges here. I'm a little bit lower on Myjai Sanders, so we're gonna. I don't like Arnold Lipicchetti either. We're gonna do Arnold Lipicchetti.
All right. 1 second. Okay, so for the Bengals, they need offensive line like really bad. So I'm going to go with Jamari Sawyer out of Georgia. For the last pick in the first mock draft for the Pigskin Project, who are you going with?
This is tough because I want to go like some part of me really wants to go running back here.
They've got really solid 1-2 punch, don't they?
Yeah, but Melvin Gordon is a
free agent
this year.
Okay.
Yeah, but I like the guy they drafted last year, right around in third, fourth range. So we are not gonna do that. I'm looking for I had somebody in mind and I just blanked on who it was. Shoot. Who was I gonna pick for you guys? A lot of their linebackers are leaving in free agency this year. That has crossed my mind. I like Chad Muma, but Leo Chenault has been a big riser for me. Yeah, Leo Chenault, linebacker, Wisconsin.
All right. So with that concludes the first ever Pigskin Project mock draft.
No, we're taking that back. We lied. I remember who I was looking for, but we're not going to go with him. We're going to go with Martin Emerson, cornerback out of Mississippi State. That will do it.
All right. Wait, it was Martin Emerson. What was it again?
Cornerback out of Mississippi State.
All right. So, so like I said before, but I mean it this time, that concludes the first ever mock draft from the Pigskin Project. Now,
and
I will.
Those who are watching, cut Ryan some slack. He is not a draft connoisseur per se, so
I think I did pretty well, but there are some bumps that I'll work out.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said before, I will be recapping this, and then I'll go ahead and let everybody go for the week. So Jacksonville selected Akeem Kwanwu. Okay, sorry. You know what? Ben is not here right now because it's very late, and I let him go and everything. But so if I mess up anything, please, like he said before, cut me some slack. But number 2, Detroit selected Aiden Hutchinson. Number 3, Houston selected Kayvon Thibodeau. Number 4, New York Jets selected Derek Stingley Jr. At number 5, the Giants selected Evan Neal. At number 6, Carolina selected Charles Cross. At number 7, New York Giants selected Tyler Linderbaum. At number 8, Atlanta selected Drake London. At number 9, Denver selected Kyle Hamilton. At number 10, the Jets selected Garrett Wilson. At number 11, the Washington Commanders selected Kenny Pickett. At number 12, the Vikings selected George Karlaftis. At number 13, the Browns selected Treylon Burks. At number 14, the Ravens selected Ahmad Gardner. At number 15, the Eagles selected David Ojabo. At number 16, the Eagles selected Devin Lloyd. At number 17, the Chargers selected Jameson Williams. At number 18, the Saints selected Jaquan Brisker. At number 19, the Eagles selected Andrew Booth Jr. At number 20, the Steelers selected Sam Howell. At number 21, the Patriots selected Roger McCreary. At number 22, the Raiders selected Trent McDuffie. At number 23, the Cardinals selected Jermaine Johnson. At number 24, the Cowboys selected Kenyon Green. At number 25, the Bills selected Trayvon Walker. At number 26, the Titans selected Nakobe Dean. At number 27, the Buccaneers selected Trevor Penning. At number 28, the Packers selected Matt Corral. Sorry. You know what? Ben's going to kill me for that one because I asked him to. Anyway, at number 29, the Dolphins are going to select Zion Johnson. At number 30, the Chiefs select Khair Elam. At number 31, the Bengals selected Daniel Falele. And I know I messed that one up too. At number 32, the Lions selected Chris Olave. At number 33, the Jaguars selected David Bell. Unfortunately, I wanted him to go to my Bears, but that's fine. At number 34, the Lions selected Desmond Ridder. At number 35, the Jets selected Boye Mafe. At number 36, the Giants selected Jalen Petrie. Number 37, the Texans selected Lewis Seen. Number 38, the Jets selected Jahan Dotson. At number 39, the Bears selected George Pickens. At number 40, the Broncos selected Jordan Davis. At number 41, the Seahawks selected Cameron Thomas. At number 42, the Commanders selected Tyreek Woolen. At number 43, the Falcons selected Daxton Hill. At number 44, the Browns selected DeMarvin Leal. At number 45, the Ravens selected Devontae Wyatt. At number 46, the Vikings selected Brian Asamoah. At number 47, the Colts selected John Mechie III. At number 48, the Chargers selected Kingsley Enagbury. You got it. At number 49, the Saints selected Malik Willis. At number 50, the Dolphins selected Christian Harris. At number 51, the Eagles selected Christian Watson. At number 52, the Steelers selected Nicholas Petit-Ferrier, or Nicky P, I think is what he told me to call him. I don't know. The Raiders selected Perion Winfrey. At number 54, the Patriots selected Wan'Dale Robinson. At number 55, the Cardinals selected Brian Robinson, which, by the way, I will correct later on, but that's totally okay. There's more mock drafts for a reason. At number 56, the Cowboys selected Logan Hall. At number 57, the Bills selected Kyler Gordon. At number 58, the Falcons selected Bernard Raymond. At number 59, the Packers selected Josh Paschal. Number 60, the Buccaneers selected Trey McBride. At number 61, the 49ers selected Sean Ryan. At number 62, the Chiefs selected Arnold Ben picked that one, I'm pretty sure. Or no, maybe I did. I don't know. At number 63, the Bengals selected Jamari Sawyer. And at number 64, finishing the second round, the Broncos selected Leo Chenal. This has been the Pigskin Project with me, Ryan Matthews, and my co-host, Ben Hansen. Thank you for listening, and be back next week, Friday at noon Central Time, for the next 2 episodes of the Pigskin Project as we move on through this off season. It's been a pleasure. It's been so much fun making this with Ben, and I look forward to more episodes. So please, please, please follow and subscribe on any platform that you can. With that being said, I'm Ryan Matthews, Ben Hansen, signing off.